Christmas time is here, happiness and cheer, fun for all that children call their favorite time of year.
I can't get sick of Christmas. I mean, it's my life. Christmas means something different to me than the average person. The whole season of Christmas is to light up, is to bring the light. And it starts with the light, but then it goes to the next step.
Back in 1965, Frank Guarino owned this home, and he was the owner of a funeral parlor across the street. And he couldn't decorate the funeral parlor, but he did decide to decorate his house. And then he met a fellow by the name of Lou Nasty, who was also an animator of these types of dolls. And just every year it just grew a little bit more. We added something else. And in New York City, there's about 7 or 8 locations that I'm aware of that decorate as we do.
And it just so happens that most of our clients are Italian. I mean, always an Italian thought, but it's just sort of like abbondanza. The more, better.
I was decorating a few trees, just a basic Christmas display. And then it flourished to 200,000 lights, movable displays, and castles, and Ferris wheels, and hot air balloons, and karaoke's, and dances, and neighbors going wild.
Well, I started, I would say, in late 70s, early 80s. I was always into Christmas. The tree alone is 7,500 lights. From there, there's 15,000 total. On the lawn alone, there's 75 dolls. I have in stock also over 300 animation that I would switch. You wouldn't see the same thing every single year.
My parents started to do this 27 years ago. This is our Christmas gift for many people.
So it was nice.
We feel like we're giving them a gift.
To us, this is Christmas, like, you know.
It wouldn't be Christmas without us doing it.
About 15 years ago, my dad was diagnosed with lymphoma. After we knew he was going to be well, he decided to celebrate his life by celebrating his favorite holiday, Christmas. His season definitely was Christmas. He loved it, he lived for it, and he actually passed away during the Christmas season.
I born 2 days after Christmas, so I'm a Christmas baby. So this is like fun for me. We started with just the lights, got in with the reindeer, developing little by little. I decided to go as far as I can go.
I do enjoy that this is my house, that people will come down and say, this house belongs to you, this is something you've done.
You get the Manhattan stuff, we always get around. I try to tell people that Brooklyn exists, you know, doesn't end at Grand Army Plaza. There's the rest of all of Brooklyn and the outer boroughs.
Had a very shiny nose.
Like a light bulb.
I take off the entire month so that we can just do the Christmas stuff.
She calls it a sickness, but I call it a habit.
I call it an addiction.
Halloween comes down, I go right into Christmas that following weekend.
We started putting it up in my original house Labor Day weekend.
As soon as August comes, I'm ready for Christmas.
People like, even today, you know, someone will come by, scream out their window, it's too early, what's wrong, which is...
But it also took 6 months prior to that to design a lot of the stuff. I take it down January 6th, January 7th, I'm already designing new stuff for the next year.
The end of January, I'm deciding what I'm doing next year.
I see the twinkle in the eyes of the men who come here and buy my displays. They're kids, they're big kids. They're like, wow, you can do that, you could do that. I could have that in front of my house, sure.
Probably my favorite piece is Stumpy, the talking Christmas tree.
Jingle bells, jingle bells.
The kids stand there and dance with him and listen to his jokes.
I switched you up there. Did you enjoy that, folks?
This is my masterpiece, my invention. My wife got me interested in ice skating, so I discussed it with Mr. Nasty, and he said, no problem, we put it together.
If you want to call me a genius, I'll accept that, because I can build anything. The moment an elf comes into this world, Santa adopts him. That's it, that's their job. Gnomes, they do their own thing, they're happy, never the twain shall meet.
This is the most current style reindeer. And what they got lazy. They took out all this white fur. It has less character. This is not my doll. I picked up the wrong doll when we got there. It's kind of like grabbing the wrong luggage. I'm just hoping whoever he gave my reindeer to isn't running around with it.
There is some competition among some of my clients. They always say, what's he doing, what's he doing? I never tell them.
I'm the first one with a talking snowman, and Lou promised me that that was the last one.
Yes, it's a way of going around looking and you're copying and you're trying to see if you can better.
We all go and check out each other's house, but we're not competing with each other. It's just people are curious that every year what I did new.
They may say we're in a competition, but I don't think so.
It's just our way of celebrating, you know, Christmas to us is very important.
I don't consider it competition. I enjoy it. It's something I really like to do, and hey, everyone wants to have something somebody else doesn't have, of course.
My father was extremely competitive.
Al Palazzotto was my favorite because if I bought one thing, he wanted two of them. The toy soldier, when we put it up, Al liked that, so he bought two of them. And he's just got more money than me.
So no matter what it took, he definitely had to top everybody, everywhere.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tacky is a very important word for me on the display.
If it's bright and it moves, it has to move. I don't like stationary pieces.
What is too big? If I can go up above, I go.
I mean, it's beautiful. I don't want it overdone.
Sometimes simplicity is the most beautiful of all.
The people ask us what they want to see. Like last year they asked us to see Frank Sinatra and the Rockettes. We've made it for them. We have Diana Ross, we have Liberace. They're asking for Michael Jackson for next year. We're probably going to make that.
And of course we always have the Nativity because that's the real meaning of Christmas.
All the lambs are moving and the angels are moving.
We try to give it that
manger look.
We changed Santa to an African lady. There's all a lot of whites, no black. There's no Latino. So I started to mix it up.
Certain things people want to do that I don't think are tasteful. I mean, you can make a cute movement for a figure, but if you do it in such a way with another figure, it might not look right. Part of building these things is knowing what to do and what not to do. First of all, safety reasons. Just because they're Christmas decorations, they're filled with steel. For Al Palazzotto's house, it takes 10 of us to bring that up the stairs. The weight factors, the wind velocity, the snow tolerance. You don't just put it out there and it's a beautiful sunny day for 2 months. You can get a blizzard. We can get an ice storm. Now all of a sudden a 5-pound balloon weighs 80 pounds. It could go down, go through the guy's house, go through his lawn, break. I mean, you could do anything.
I spend an average of about $15,000 a year on Christmas.
The last 5 years, believe me, could buy me a Corvette.
It's expensive.
And it's a lot of money.
Throughout the years, about $150,000 worth of equipment.
I know we've been estimated for insurance purposes for over $3 million.
The expense of plugging it in and running it, electric is high.
We ran $7,000 a month electric bills.
Well, what I just draw in Christmas time, I could probably power 4 houses or 5 houses on this block.
We go on 200 switches, circuit breakers, every night to turn it on.
You know, it takes a lot of toll on you. You need a new roof every year. I need a new lawn every year. I need new gutters every year.
They get new clothes, they get new wigs on them, new things are added in because the fabric gets dirty outside. By just us handling it, it gets destroyed.
It's not just buying a couple of lights and throwing them on your house or putting up a doll. It requires a real serious commitment.
I don't know about the other homes, but we get a lot of weddings. We get people to take their wedding pictures here.
Some of the houses, traffic is horrendous.
Humbug. It's 5 weeks.
All in all, it's worth it.
5 weekends.
My neighbors sometimes complain about it a little bit at night when it gets a little too loud.
11 days to be exact.
They don't like the noise, they don't like the traffic.
It was only 3 hours from 6 to 9 p.m.
You kind of can't blame them in a way, but we're not stopping.
When Lou first gave me the Soldier, when I first did it, I didn't have any security or anything on the lawn. And they had taken a baseball bat and they smashed her face. Just kids' vandalism. Then in, that same year we had snowmen in the front and they bashed up one of the snowmen. So after that came the video cameras and the security system.
We have high security. We have burglar alarms in the garden, we have cameras watching, and we're up all night. Nobody sleeps.
Nobody sleeps.
Can't give 11 days of the year out of your life. Humbug to you.
My problem is I'm running out of room. Of course, I always told my neighbor if they want to sell the house, we'll buy it from them.
My next house will have a 3-car garage and a lot of land in the front.
There's plenty of candy canes. Santa's not leaving. Please don't push. We will never stop doing this. My goal is to do this for as long as I'm capable of doing it. When I'm old enough and I'm too old to actually get up on the ladder, we'll find other people to get up on the ladder. So I'll just direct it a little bit.
It's a lot of work, but it's a pleasure. It motivates you, keeps you going, makes you feel young.
I kid around with my wife. I always said, when I die, I want to be dressed in my Santa suit.
I don't think it'll ever come to an end. There's somebody out there that's going to buy a house next year or is going to have a baby, and they're going to call me up and say, I have a house. Could you do this? And they'll be the next one on the line.
Feliz Navidad.